fighting, no teaching, just surviving hell. This has to be some kind of joke. Maybe that midget just didn't like me. As a totally damaged and injured Vegito would be seen walking through the gusts of snow, his body bleeding all over, grabbing onto what looks like a broken left arm. I need a break. But at the first sign of some shelter, Vegito would swoop behind a large icy surface. It won't stop, but I can't lose. I won't! But regardless of the shelter or not, the rain of ice spears would continue to find him, just crashing onto the increasingly thinning sheet of ice between them. No, already! And soon the cracks would begin to show in both the wall and Vegito's morale, as closing his eyes tightly, he would begin thinking, maybe it was too soon. Maybe the priest was right. This is one battle, one challenge I won't overcome. As eventually the wall would explode, leaving Vegito exposed, but... Enough! As bursting his eyes open, the unbeatable, indomitable Vegito, god of destruction of Universe 7, would reveal not just any Seraphim, but immediately the Green Seraphim. And with that, a divine light like no other would unleash from his body in all directions, like he had a guardian angel, or should we say, guardian Seraphim. And under that light, the shards of ice would begin to melt and evaporate away until... ultimately, a gigantic explosion would erupt, like a self-destruction had taken place. And watching it all from above, the voice that had been calling out and taunting, the Grand Priest would be visible. Watching and commenting, not believing. What am I seeing here? Those eyes, were they really the Seraphim? Green? It could not be possible. It has been less than 1 year. If that really is the case. But a foot would begin to emerge just before Dai could finish his thoughts. I did! I win, Dai! I told you! As steaming out of the smoke, a fully re-energized Green Seraphim activated Vegito would be reborn. A grin on his face, instantly detecting and seeing with his new vision, Dai in the air. And staring right at him, he would proclaim, I am different to the rest. Never underestimate me again, or you will regret it. Now what's next? Or have I already surpassed even you? As a visibly unnerved Grand Priest would only think to himself, again, the same question haunts my mind. Just who is this man? Whoa, green! How did you know that's my favorite color? But interrupting their little exchange, suddenly Zeno himself would appear, flying around the Saiyan at speed and with excitement, as looking into Vegito's emerald eyes, the spontaneous child would yell, I've decided, you're super strong. I want you around to be my forever friend. I promote you to be the Grand Priest. What? Lord Zeno! As both Vegito and Dai would then be left completely perplexed. The current Grand Priest, of course, the most shocked. But calming down and hiding his red face of stress, Dai would continue. That's a very interesting proposition, Lord Zeno, but not quite how the process goes. You know that already. I'm sure a god like Vegito wouldn't want something like this given so easily. He likes to win things.
You know me so well already. Yes, I want to be the Grand Priest only if I deserve it. Tell me how I can get to that point. Or am I already there? AKA, strong enough to beat you already, Grand Priest?
Yeah, is he? I think the green is stronger than blue. I've never even seen it before. Maybe you two should fight to the death. Winner becomes my new priest. You would love that, wouldn't you, Zeno-sama? As now nervously sweating at such sudden suggestions and threats to his position, Dai would regain some composure and reply, I can assure you, fighting me as you are will not be able to beat me. I'd rather not waste anybody's time with such an affair. Congratulations on unlocking the Seraphim, but mastering its usage is a whole other challenge in itself. Besides, Lord Zeno, deciding who maintains order on your behalf as your advisor and father of the angels is no small task. Pick the wrong candidate, and you know all too well what could happen. You remember my older brother Lucif, do you not? Unless you want to repeat the same mistake, we must make sure we have the right man before ever suggesting my replacement. Lucif, I do remember. As immediately on hearing this name, Zeno would uncharacteristically stop his smiles, looking down at the ground muttering, he was a really bad guy. He was going to be the Grand Priest first, but he wanted bad things to happen. I made a mistake with him. I had to send him to the demon realm.
Lucif? Demon realm? What is all this? There's yet another realm I don't know of. How strong was this guy?
As Vegito, hearing this, would immediately have questions to ask. Of course, he doesn't know. This man, he does remind me of him. He's a threat to my position, and I do not like how Zeno resonates with him. This may be my chance. Lucif, dear brother, you may actually prove yourself useful for once. As deep in thought, the Grand Priest would suddenly begin conjuring up a plan. That's right, Vegito. You didn't know. As laughing under his breath initially, he would then smile gleefully and let out, the demon realm is a land filled with monsters that rival and even surpass the angels. Warriors so powerful and evil, they had to be locked away from our realm. There, my brother Lucif remains, someone just as strong as me. Go down there, train, become stronger, and master your Seraphim. When you're finished, just call out my name, and I will bring you back.
Guys, that strong exists? Perfect. This is unreal. I'm ready to go now, priest.
As being played like a damn fiddle, Vegito's Saiyan blood would boil immediately for the new challenge and danger. while a saddened Zeno would just say, "Aw, I'm not gonna be able to watch you down there. Make sure you don't take too long and call out for Die as soon as you're done. We need to play."
I'll be back fast. I promise, kid.
As Vegito would then confidently just give a thumbs up and like that begin falling down a black portal to the unknown as Zeno would wave goodbye, eventually leaving for what could potentially be years. Yes, call out my name. Let's just hope I hear it. As Dai, thinking to himself dastardly thoughts, would just laugh away, arriving behind Zeno before placing his hand behind his back and leading him away, saying, "Come, my lord, let's go find some new toys for you to play with." But before they would even make their third step forward, a sharp energy arrival would be sensed by Dai. As slowly turning his head around, sweating yet again, he would be muttering, "Who could this be? It couldn't. There is no way it could. It has to be."
I'm back, guys!
As unbelievably, in what must have been a single minute, Vegito would emerge out of a black portal, now in completely different clothes. Red and black Seraphim activated, and inconceivably, a crying baby in his arms. As staring forward, this clearly upgraded Vegito would let out,
"You did remember that time moves differently in the demon realm, didn't you? Turns out it's vastly different. I got to meet a lot of strong warriors just as you said. Killed them all too. But meeting your brother Lucif was definitely a cherry on top. He told me some very interesting information about how I can gain even more power. But before that, I need to introduce you to my new son. Who would have thought a cute chick would be down there? Rani, I think her name was. Your mother. So say hello to your new brother. His name is Zyko.
But that was it for today's video, guys, and if you made it this far, leave me a hashtag baby in the comments down below and let me know just what will this Vegito do next. Or just find out what happens right now on my Patreon, where you can see the full next video